Today I want to show you a recap of my days 1 through 9, which were the first two sections of Minnie Small's book, The 30-Day Sketchbook Project. And I featured some of this work in different videos already, so I'll link those below and just give a quick look at those creations. Hi, this is Marcy from Sketchbook Scheming. Welcome. Day 1 was about creating simple watercolor patterns to confront the blank page. Day 2, I kind of shirked. It was about creating a collage to introduce yourself. I just went with this fox collage. Day 3 was about timed challenges, and I followed along with Minnie to create those trees. And then I picked an Oriole as my subject to try it on my own. And this exercise was very useful. I will definitely try to practice it again to get faster at simplifying shapes. Day 4 was about experimenting with color palettes in a way that creates a harmonious palette. And I tried split, complementary, and triadic. I really struggled with day 5. I am pretty incapable of drawing from memory, but that's all the more reason why this exercise was good practice. I tried a few times looking back at the reference and then doing it blind again. I really struggled with the ear, but I did feel like my swan, my second attempt at a swan, I did remember how the neck worked. I loved day 6, gesture drawing, and I really felt myself slowing down for the first time and embracing the practice. I followed along on that dancer with Minnie, and then for my own gesture drawings, I chose a video by Yoga with Adrienne. I love her, and that was her dog Benji over there on the left, as well as a doodle of Wednesday Addams doing her super cool dance. At first I dreaded day 7, making detailed drawings using a ballpoint pen and a lot of tiny little lines for shading. I am not patient by nature, but I finally did slow down and embrace this challenge. I left my sketchbook out on my desk, ready to go, and every now and then I'd add a little shading or sketch out a new object. And I found this fascinating because when I see artists creating something with a ballpoint pen, it almost looks like magic to me. I don't attribute a cheap little pen to the idea that it can create something nice. And I'm not saying mine are great, but to see them slowly develop over time and get more three-dimensional and have more highlights and shadows just through kind of persevering and adding more and more detail was a real breakthrough for me. It really felt like, wow, I can make things look a little 3D. It also was new to me to practice shading using strokes in the same direction versus sort of a zigzag faster way to do it. So I got a lot of practice with that and it became more of a habit. I've tried cross-hatching before, but I always feel a little impatient with it, and I feel it looks very unrealistic in the ways I've done it before. But this time I really got in there with tiny little fine lines, and I loved it as a way to add weight and darkness to some of the areas. For my collection, I focused on basic art supplies that I have on my desk, and I think that little clip there was my absolute favorite. It was very three-dimensional with all sorts of angles, and it took me a few pencil sketches to even capture the likeness. And then I liked the shading quite a bit too, and it paid off over time. I went in with a little blue India ink for my ink bottle, and I had done the same with the red Winsor & Newton ink bottle on the other side of the spread. And then I went in with the fountain pen that I had portrayed for the lettering. I ended up loving this spread, and it really helped me to think about putting details in as a relaxing, fun, low-key way to spend some time in my sketchbook rather than hurrying to complete something. I absolutely loved Day 8 Master Study. I did a whole video on this. I'll link it, but I'll show you a little bit here as well. I followed along with Minnie to create the moon from Van Gogh's Starry Night. And then I selected my own painting to study by focusing in on the horse head from Picasso's Guernica. Day 9 was about using black paper to make the white of your illustration really pop and be center stage. I said this before, but this process felt a little magical to me as well. I followed along with Minnie making a bubble, and I used white colored pencil and a little bit of other colors for iridescence. My bubble was just so-so, but I really loved the exercise when I tried a wine glass on my own. When that white sheen was added at the end, it just really brought the glass to life, and I felt it did look three-dimensional and like there was some light bouncing off of glass. So this concludes my look at days 1 through 9 in Minnie's book, The 30-Day Sketchbook Project. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like I'm learning a lot and developing my patience at the same time. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care.